Hello, hello. Happy New Year's Eve. My goodness, December 31st. Holy crap. I cannot believe that it's already 2021. Super excited though. I'm really excited for this next year. I hope that everyone else is having a good day. I'm Kelly Jo, Sunshine Joe 420 Astrology 101 on YouTube. And I'm bringing you guys a kind of basic new moon intention setting manifestation how to. I know that a lot of people are kind of familiar with the idea of like the new moon and the full moon, and there's different things that you should do for both of them. So I'm just going to break it down for you guys. I have just a little bit of an explanation. Then I'm going to break down some questions, some journal prompts that I myself am going to work on a little bit later. And then at the end, I have some new moon affirmations that I also would love for you to write down and really implement in your new year. So if you did watch my very first video that I posted, it was a review of my personal opinion of 2022 January. And it had a lot of promise, a lot of growth, a lot of hope, a lot of transforming, a lot of growth. But I know that a lot of people are not there in their journey, and that's okay. I know that 2020 was a really hard couple of years. I know that a lot of us have suffered. I know that a lot of us have really just lost a lot, whether that has to do with an actual physical thing or a mental situation, going out. It's just really, really been something that all of us have had to pivot and shift. And if you haven't been able to surround yourself with people who have given you the encouragement, you might feel like you're a little stuck. So I really encourage you right now in this moment, what we're going to talk about a lot in this video, new moons are all about release. I know that that is a really broad word because I think all of us have so many things that we really could release, whether it's like emotional, whether it's physical, whether it's partners, whether it's jobs, whether it's addictions, whether it's things that we do that is fun that we don't see as a bad thing. A lot of releasing comes with being honest, and it is not the easiest thing to do. That is where shadow work does come in, which I'm going to make another video here point explaining shadow work and kind of how to get started with that. This is not the video for that, but I just wanted to really get you understood of what we're going to touch on in this video. So I'm so excited that you're here. Yeah. So new moon. So not only is it the new moon, it is also the new year. On January 1st, tomorrow, it is also a trine, which I talked about in my first video, which is a placement between two planets that make it very powerful. They use each other's magnetic force for good, for harmonious things. And on the first, tomorrow, is the sun, which represents us. And it is in a trine with Uranus, which is the planet of change and transformation. And I just think that it could not be a better time, and I do not think it is a coincidence. I don't think anything's a coincidence. So on the very first day of the year, the planets are telling us that we ourselves, the sun, are connected and in a powerful, harmonious momentum with the planet that has to do with change, transformation, revolution. If that doesn't get you fucking excited, I don't know what to tell you, because that gets me really excited. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I really have done the work the past few years of doing the shadow work, doing the inner deep thoughts and thinkings. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm not perfect. Every video that I bring to you guys will bring to you guys, it is thought out so much for me. I'm doing so much research. I'm listening to so many other credited astrologers that are doing the same thing and just bringing it to you in my tent. So if you don't feel like, one, if I'm not explaining something enough, or two, if you don't think it's correct, please reach out. Let me know. I would love to learn. It's always a learning process. So on the first, we have that. On the second is the new moon. I wanted to do this tonight because I know that this weekend, hopefully you don't go out and get too hammered. I think that is just so weird. Just a few years ago, even on my memories, on like my Snapchat and stuff, we go out, like it is something that it's very normalized. And now I look back on that and it's just like never really been a like amazing, like, oh, look, I never felt that. Okay. Like, and not that it wasn't good, not that I didn't enjoy it, not that I don't love going out, but now that I understand like harnessing my energy and how powerful my space and my mind and my mental health and my self-love is, like, I'm spending tonight with my kids. We're writing down our manifestations. We are really spending time together, cleaning our house. We're throwing out old toys and going through clothes. We're really making space. Okay, that's going to be a theme that you see a lot in our video as well. As I mentioned in the first video that I posted about the thrine, what is really needing to be focused on is that you will emerge from this growth with confidence, with the courage. Courage does not happen when you make a decision. Courage comes from confidence, and confidence comes from doing something over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Like, it is so important to know that you're not going to be this life changer, your life changing human at the drop of a dime. This takes work. There are setbacks. We're human beings in a world with emotions. We're allowed and we have to feel those. So to just understand and to have gratitude that this is a growing process, this is a growth process. This is not an overnight success. There's no such thing. You'll hear me say that a lot because I truly believe that. Making space, again, like I just said, and that doesn't have to be literal with cleaning, although I think that that is a great way to bring into the new year, is just like really refreshing your home from like the Christmas holidays, obviously with all the sickness going on, just like really, like, you can make a simmer pot. If you want to know more about that, drop a comment. There is just a lot that you could do internally, because when our space is holy and at peace, it is just absolutely insane what that does for our spirit. And so it's a great place to start. It is, especially if you don't know what to do today. There you go. So then on the new moon, on the 2nd, the new moon is all about new beginnings. When I kind of first started my learning journey process, I had the download when I was looking, I was actually looking at my app. I have an app that I use. I can't think of the name right now. I'm not even going to try to think too long about it. But you can like hold it up and look at the constellations. I'll drop it in the comments. And it was like I was pointing my phone at the new moon, but to our eye, it's like we cannot see the new moon. Like, it's not something that we go out and see, right? Like, it's in the stage. It's next to the sun. Like, it's not there. But we know that it's always there. Like, it doesn't just get like popped off the planet and popped back on. Do you know? Like, the transformation of the moon through the lunar cycle is something that happens before our eyes every single night because of the orbit of our planet. And I think it's so beautiful. I think it's so encouraging to know that even the moon only has a 31 day cycle, and then it starts over. And that is just always know that it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to have to stop, pivot, reshift. Be so confident, be so strong in being the pivot queen, pivot, that it doesn't matter to you what anyone thinks about you pivoting your mind or your direction. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, okay? Like, do what you have to do to set your intention. So that's really what tonight is going to be about, well, for me. And then the new moon, I really encourage you guys to do this at least like maybe tomorrow night, Sunday night. Like, this would really just be a really great time to do this. So manifesting, if that word doesn't make sense to you, dreaming. I want you to daydream like you're in kindergarten, first grade, and you're creating your, what are you going to be when you get older? I want you to go back to that childlike excitement. I was going to be a country singer. I was going to be a superstar. So I don't think I'm going to do the singing part, but I think I'm definitely going to do the superstar part. So I was kind of on, okay? But truly, I just want, because I know that us as grown ass humans, women, men, moms, dads, we have talked ourselves out of our dreams a long time ago. A long time ago. Even before, like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then we go to high school, and then we're supposed to know in 4 years what to do with our life. And then we're supposed to go to college and be super duper happy with the one decision that we made for the rest of our lives. And we're just taught. This is a learned behavior. This is a subconscious learned behavior that you just get what you get and you don't throw a fit. And you know what? I just say throw that out the fucking window. Throw it in the trash. Throw that whole expression in the trash. You have a voice. You have a right. You have desires for a reason. Just as like special as my blonde hair and blue eyes and personality, so are my desires. So are your desires. You have to stop thinking like everybody has the same wants or needs. I mean, overall, we are pretty like we're established kind of like wired the same way. We want shelter, we want food, we want love. I'm talking deeper than that. Like I'm literally talking if your job, when I was working in the corporate world, I would literally cry. I would cry on Friday because I knew that I only had 2 days to be home for the weekend. And then on Monday I would cry. And like, again, I'm a human. And those emotions were trying to show me the unalignment that was going on within my spirit. I'm emotional. It might not come out like that for you. It might come out as irritability. It might come out as feeling really tired. It might come out as feeling just like restless and like upset. And for you to be able to pinpoint like, hey, this is what I'm feeling and it doesn't feel great. I don't like feeling like this. Let me evaluate where I'm at and why I'm feeling like that. That is the number one thing that you can do to help yourself. Even if you have to say it out loud. Like if you find yourself in a spot of having a negative thought about what you want or what you deserve, if you have to be like, nope, not today, Kelly. Not today, Satan. If that's what you have to do, do it until it becomes a habit. Because eventually you will retrain your brain to not have to do that, which is really exciting. So set intentions, manifest. Really like, I know what I want. I know this year I am really going to build a massively successful network marketing team full of hardworking leaders that know they will have to put in at least a year to 3 years of really hard work and are so ready and excited to change their lives. And we are going to change the whole network marketing world. I am going to be the number one earner in my company. My company has some badass, amazing leaders, and I am on the way in my journey, my manifestations, my dreams, what I'm doing, what I'm having, what I'm already having gratitude for having is the number one team in my company. Out of this world. I still want everyone else to have like the number 1.5, but I'm number one. It's what I've decided for myself. Now, if that sounds scary to you, good, it should. Your dreams should scare you. But if that just sounds like something that is just so far from what you want, that's okay. I don't expect you to understand my exact vision because it's not your vision. It's not your dream. And we have to stop, one, crushing other people's dreams without realizing it. And two, we have to stop crushing our own dreams with our own negative thoughts. We speak to ourselves more than anyone else in the whole day. We have to stop being the one that's speaking the nastiest, terriblest things to ourselves. Stop that. Stop that. It's as simple as that. You have to love yourself. Speak things of love. Speak things of gratitude to yourself. I am so thankful to have the opportunity to sit in a cold garage in Northern Illinois under a winter advisory and give you this video. I just cannot express my excitement and my gratitude. And I'm on a ring light that costs $15 on an iPhone that I'm paying for. But my world is already on its way to me of massive, massive growth, unrecognizable growth. And if you don't have a dream that gets you up out of bed, that's where we got to start. We really got to pinpoint what it is that makes you excited, what it is that makes you feel passionate, what it is that makes you laugh, what it is that makes you feel good. No matter how simple, weird, small, big it is, that's where we got to start, okay? You have to just release the negative thoughts. This is very repetitive, I know, guys, but I just want to make it simple enough for all of us to understand that we are the creators of our destiny. And our negative thoughts, our negative space that we're holding for people who don't deserve it, It needs to be released. The space that we're holding for relationships and emotions and expectations and very negative, heavy things, it is crowding up the space for all of the good that's knocking at the door. It can't even get in. It can't get in. And it's time to truly release it one by one. It doesn't have to be a full-fledged open the doors and the windows and let it all fly out witchy style. It doesn't have to be like that. Unless you want it to be like that, then fucking do it. Get rid of it now. Declare that as of right now, at the beginning of this year, you are going to do anything you can do to get what you want. And you will not give up. You will not stop at the first bullshit. You will not stop at the first critic. You will not stop at the first thought of negativity. You will not stop ever. Because if it's your dream, it needs to be so precious to you that it does not matter, sister, aunt, uncle, John Paul, Lucas. It does not matter what they have to say about it. It's your dream, and they can literally go kick rocks because this is what I'm doing. Released. Okay? Shoosh. Shoosh. I'm just not having anything that does not bring me pure joy. If it is taking space for my blessings, I am just not having it. I'm planting seeds. I've been planting seeds. I'm planting more seeds, and I'm planting them in the faith, in the gratitude, in the hope, in the knowing of how deserving I am and how excited I am to have all those things. It's really as simple as just believing it. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to think like a fairy goddess princess 24/7. You just have to try your best every single day, every hour, every minute to replace any negative energy that's within you, that's coming out of you, with positive, one at a time. One at a time. And it's so beautiful. And I really am so excited to see what you guys come up with on this new moon. I do not know what I'm doing quite yet on YouTube, but I know there's a way to like put something up on the screen that has questions on it, but I don't know yet. So I'm just going to say I'm kind of slow. And I invite you to write them down. On my social medias, I will be posting what I've written down later. So check my link tree in the bio, and you'll be able to see what I did. Okay. So the first question that you can reflect on, journal prompt, is what am I ready to receive? And again, I want you to go back to that childlike answer, childlike excitement, childlike innocence. Before anyone shit in your Cheerios and told you that you couldn't be an astronaut, I want you to think about what you really are ready to receive. What are you ready to welcome into your life? Whether it's something as simple as like a good friend, a better job, more money, better health, better spiritual relationships, etc., etc. Okay? What do you have to release? The very first thing that comes to your mind. When you wrote down the first question, what are you ready to receive? That childlike excitement, what are you ready to receive? The next question is, what do you have to release to get that? Don't think about it. Don't think about it too much. Don't think about it too much. Just let it come. What do you have to release? One thing. It could be one thing, two things, three things. It could be big. It could be small. It could be hitting the snooze button. It could be thinking negative. It could be arguing with your parents. It could arguing with your spouse. It could be anything. One thing that you know has to go for this to make its way into your life. Okay? As of right now, this is number 3. As of right now, where are you feeling the most stress in your life? Again, don't think too much about it. What's an area, what's a situation, what's a person, what's a relationship, what's an area in your life right now that you are feeling stress, worry, lack, guilt, bad? What's the area? What is it? You don't have to explain it. No one's going to know. No one's going to see these answers. This is for you. What is it? Nana, one more. Oh, we have 2 more actually. Okay, one more question. When was the last time you were creative? Now for me, when I was writing these questions down, the answer came right to my head. It was last night when I was doing a video. I truly feel like this is my creative form of expression. It doesn't have to be art or drawing. It's anything that brings you the joy of doing something, creating something. When was the last time you were creative? How did that make you feel? And then the last thing we're going to reflect on for questions are, what are 3 things, 3 goals, 3 things that you will do this month? 3 things. I'm going to break it down into 1 little thing, 1 medium thing, 1 big thing. 1 little goal, 1 big goal, 1 medium goal. Make this as personal to you as you want. Make it as small as doing your makeup every other day, or calling a friend every week to tell them you're thankful. Starting to listen to positive podcasts every day. Starting something new, medium, large, okay? Again, if you'd like to share, I would love to hear these, but this is all you. And I just want you again to remember, when you're answering these questions, I will write them in the comments. When you're answering these questions, just be so honest. No one's judging. No one is going to think anything of you. You are not letting yourself down. You are allowed to feel, think, be, dream, prosper. And it is moments like this, when you allow yourself to really be honest, that you will see where you need to work on. You'll see what you really want. And that's when the growth happens. Okay? And the last thing I'm going to leave you with today is some new moon affirmations. I really believe that affirmations changed my life. It's really where I first started, in one of the first places that I started when I started like my wellness network marketing journey and like my team. And this is just really what was taught to me at the beginning. And the law of attraction is huge to us. I'm still learning. I actually just paid for a law of attraction mini course for the new year. I'm going to do that later tonight. Thank you, Holly. You're such a fucking queen. I love you. If you watch this, I will die. But new moon affirmations. Ready? I have the power to create the life I want. I have the power to create the life I motherfucking want. I do. I. Say I. You do not need nobody. I. Next one. I am open to the abundance that it's making its way already into my life. I open myself to the abundance that's making its way into my life. I open myself. I will not block it. I will not let my subconscious negative thoughts block this. I am open to the abundance. I am open to abundance. When I release, I create space for new. And new's good. When I release, I create space for new. When I release, I create space for new. And then the last one, this is the one, this was my favorite one. This is what I wrote down over and over again, all over my house, all over my notebooks, everywhere. I made it as a phone screen. I deserve my desires. I deserve my desires. I am not selfish for wanting to be successful. I am not greedy for wanting to be wealthy. I am not crazy for wanting to change the world. I am so worthy and so deserving of my desires. So are you. I love you guys so much. I really hope that this helped you. Please let me know. Drop in the comments. Share it out. Subscribe, like, anything, please. I did actually pull a chakra card before, which I'm going to post a video of me pulling the chakra card. But I just want to read it to you. This will obviously not retain to everyone, but I hope that you just can find space for it. And yeah, okay. So this is for our 3rd chakra, our solar plex. Inner harmony is the card. I trust my innate wisdom and respond accordingly. Wow. I have not read this yet. I do not allow my mind to create doubt or to override my strong gut feelings. I accept and express my feelings while accepting the feelings of others. Wow. I am at peace with myself and those around me, and I do not harbor unrealistic expectations of myself or of others. I release the need to control anything. Sheesh. Thank you, universe. Thank you, universe. My personal power is free from ego and from any desire to manipulate situations or people. The foundation of all my thoughts and actions is trust and love in myself. Wow. How beautiful is that? I have a whole deck of cards, you guys, and that's just what I chose for this new moon reading. I still shit my pants at how powerful and how amazing this universe is. Gosh, we are just so worthy, you guys. We're so deserving. We're so capable. We're just... I love you. I love you. Happy New Year. I love you. Until next time.